What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is D Flawless, and welcome to a Flawless Destiny 2 guide. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can get the solo flawless Grasp of Avarice dungeon clear on your Revenant Hunter. I just recently did this live over on Facebook Gaming where we're partnered. You can check the link in the description below if you want to head on over there, check out the vibe, watch the whole dungeon clear. But I got a lot of people asking me on social media how I was able to do it on a Revenant Hunter. So apparently this is hard to do. I only ever play Hunter, so for me, it was like riding a bike, not to brag or anything like that. But today, I'm going to show you how you can do it. We're going to talk loadouts, best practices, and some tips and tricks to help you through the dungeon. All right, let's get into it. So the opening part of the dungeon is pretty straightforward. There's going to be a wizard and some sniper shanks that you got to look out for. You clear this outside area and then you make your way to the inside of this tunnel, and you're going to be utilizing the build that we're highlighting throughout this entire dungeon run, which is going to help us stay alive and it's going to help us to tank massive damage. So on our Revenant Hunter, we're going to be using Shatter Dive combined with Grim Harvest. Shatter Dive, we all know and love it from PvP. And Grim Harvest is going to spawn a shard whenever we get a kill on a frozen or slowed target. The fragments we're using are Whisper of Rhyme, Whisper of Chains, Whisper of Conduction, and Whisper of Durance. Rhyme is going to give us an overshield when we collect stasis shards. Chains is going to make it so that when we're near a friendly stasis shard or a frozen target, we take reduced damage. Conduction allows nearby shards to track to our position. And of course, Durance makes the slow from our abilities last longer. These combine for great synergy, but that's not all. We're also pairing it with Charge with Light. So for our mods, we're rocking Thermoclastic Blooming, which is going to produce an orb of power whenever we get a stasis melee kill. We have Elemental Shards, which turns our shards into elemental wells. We have Melee Kickstart, because we're going to be using melees a lot in this build, and we're going to get melee energy back when we use our melee. And then of course Fastballs, so we can throw those Shatter Dive glacial walls down and smash them with the quickness. We're also going with Supercharged on our chest piece, along with Sniper and Melee Resistance mods. On our legs, we have Taking Charge alongside the Seasonal Fusion Scavenger mod and Recuperation, so we're going to get health back whenever we pick up an Orb of Power. And then of course we have Protective Light, a must-have for all in-game PvE activities, and you guessed it, Particle Deconstruction for that sick DPS when we're using our fusion rifles. Which leads us to our weapons and exotics. In our secondary slot, we have Null Composure with Reservoir Burst and Feeding Frenzy, and for our heavy, we're using the Sleeper Simulant for that massive DPS and the buff from Particle Deconstruction. Our armor exotic of choice are the Star Eater Scales, which is going to give us more super energy when we pick up orbs, and also picking up orbs while we have a super charge is going to power our next super. So the way it works is you lead with a melee against the lower tier enemy, most likely a thrall, get an orb of power, which is going to charge you with light, replenish your health if you're low health. You're also going to drop a stasis shard when you get the kill, and the orbs you pick up are going to give you extra super energy due to Star Eater Scales. You rinse and repeat, so basically it's a cycle of buffing yourself, getting protective light, overshield from stasis, replenishing your health with orbs, getting your super back, rinse and repeat, killing frozen enemies, always dropping shards, always dropping orbs, and always powering yourself up. You're basically super deadly and super hard to kill. So our first big challenge is going to be the Ogre, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stand right here behind this platform. That way the Ogre can't hit you with his beams, and you're going to take out these guys up top. Use whatever you want to use here. Don't get too aggressive here. If you get low, you can hide underneath. You got to watch out for Thrall. They may spawn here from time to time, but you stand here, you replenish your health. Hopefully you have Charge with Light or Protective Light keeping you alive. You take out this guy. You don't want to jump on top here. You want to go ahead and get this cannon by jumping below the bridge. I like to save this right side for last. That way it gives you a nice place to retreat when you do your DPS. You're going to want to run in here and immediately pop your super. You want to clear those guys out in the back. Don't worry, you're going to get it back after you collect 10 orbs. Here you can see Charge with Light kicking in. We have Protective Light. We're getting low health, but we're not going super low. And when we need to, we throw out a melee, we pick up an orb, and you can see our health just comes right back. You pick up 10 minimum 10. You're going to want to pick up 25 between the two. You pick those up, and now it's time for DPS. You get to your spot. Usually there's some thrall that come out here. You're going to want to make sure you reload. Now is the time to reload. You have plenty of time before you get to that crystal. You don't have to get too excited about being burdened with riches. You have 30 seconds. You have plenty of time. You get to your spot. You watch out for thrall. Now, here you're going to see something kind of weird that happens to me. You're going to want to look out for this. We throw our super here once we drop his shield, but we actually land on top of some thrall. So if that happens again, don't panic. That's what the charge with light and protective light is for. You turn around, you throw a melee at him, boom, you got your full health. You pick up your orbs, and now you're powered. And now, since the ogre is being super aggressive here, you can just retreat to the back of this room. You still have an angle on him. Other stuff can't shoot you. He does get us low here. Here I get a little aggressive. I encourage you to play passively. Don't risk charge with light. It's there if you need it. You don't want to bank on it. And you get back here, and obviously you take out the ogre. Next is the sparrow portion. You can follow the path that I take. I find this to be best. You hit that first button there. You take this little ramp. You veer right. You get the zone, and you just take your time here. Also, fun fact, doing tricks replenishes your sparrow energy. So if you find yourself getting low, not being able to thrust, you do a little trick in the air, you get a little bit of that energy back, because thrusting right and left is what's going to keep you alive here. I like to go down this little crevice. None of the enemies can really get you here. You have to be careful on this section right here. You can either fall off to the side. You can see we kind of stumble a little bit, but because we hit so many buttons, we're fine. We get the marker, and now you head up to the right here, you grab this, and now you have another 15 seconds. So what you're going to want to do right here is slow down. Do not go through this pressing your thruster. You're going to want to take this, land safely, and now hit your thruster, because it's happened time again. You hit your little boost through that thing, and boom, you're dead. So with that out of the way, next up is the giant servitor section. And the name of the game here is crowd control and be patient. Use your abilities. So you see, we jump across, we're gonna land, we're gonna have a bunch of enemies, and immediately we throw out grenade, boom, shatter dive. We're using our abilities. So don't be shy, because you're gonna get it right back. This is pretty easy. You rinse and repeat. You collect 20 of these, you kill the servitor, you shoot the thing. You shouldn't really have too much problems here, but just don't be shy about using your super. Even if you're not in trouble, just use it to give yourself peace of mind. Take the break, because you're going to need it for the next encounter. So here we are. We made it to the boss room. The name of the game here is Slow and Steady. First priority is taking out the sniper shank. Then you're going to want to take out the cannon guy. And after you take out cannon guy, you can start hunting for ammo, taking out some ads. Here you can get charged with light. I like to throw a super at this vandal here, and then you can get in close at this angle with particle deconstruction on your fusion rifle, take him out. You don't have to go for these. If the boss is super aggressive, you see him slam us there. We were able to recover, but you do not have to go for these. And now it's time to collect your orbs. Play your life here. I like to go left and right. I try to avoid the middle, because there's so much that can kill you in the middle. But you go through 10 by 10. Do not get greedy collecting these emotes. Go 10 by 10. Take your time, play it safe. And now, after 60, you can throw your super. I like to prime them with the null composure here. This is my spot. I get back here with sleeper, and you burst them down. And congratulations, you just got yourself a flawless dungeon clear. Let's celebrate.
Oh, let's freaking go! Let's get some hype and jet. Let's get some hype and jet. Let's get some hype and jet. Let's get some hype and jet.
But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if this video was helpful. If you plan on attempting a solo flawless dungeon with a Revenant Hunter, also let me know what worked for you. But please go ahead and like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This was captured live on Facebook Gaming. You can follow us there. You can check out the VOD. But until next time, peace out.